all seems to be heading towards you in New Delhi.
That's right. Karnataka's Congress Veera is once again caught in a fraught power struggle. One side, Siddaramaiah, firmly anchored by the Ahinda coalition, something that you've written about, and DK Shivakumar, backed by the Vocaliga community. But is caste the most important factor here, or is it more layered than that? How is the Congress party going to look at this? Is there a resolution? That's what we will look into in the course of the next few minutes. But first up, the headlines. It's a big GDP boost for India.
Cyclone Ditwa kills 56 people in Sri Lanka. Prime Minister Modi condoles the deaths. Tamil Nadu, Andhra brace for the impact of this cyclone. The IMD sounds an alert in coastal districts. Chief Minister Stalin in Tamil Nadu reviews preparedness ahead of its landfall.
Today, after joining actor Vijay's TVK and taking over as its chief coordinator, expelled AIDMK leader Sengotian tells NDTV that he sees MGR in actor Vijay and that the party will inherit MGR's legacy.
Call this a sky-high meal which went wrong. 4 tourists with 2 children amongst them were stranded at about 150 feet above the ground in a sky dining restaurant near Arunachal on Friday afternoon. This after their crane lifting the restaurant malfunctioned. The group was stuck in mid-air for over 2 hours before fire and rescue personnel reached the site around 4 p.m.
Well, Karnataka's Congress is caught again in a fraught power struggle. Is caste going to be an important factor? Are there different layers to this? Let me tell you what all happened today. There was an important meeting of Dalit legislators that was held at Minister Muniyappa's residence. This is being seen as Siddaramaiah camp flexing its muscle, while DK Shivakumar Veera has also met his supporters, some of them, and he is expected to travel to Delhi soon. In fact, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge is expected to talk to both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, resolve this issue before the BJP goes ahead with its no confidence motion. So is there a resolution in sight? Is the Congress party going to solve all of this before the 8th of December, which is when the Karnataka Assembly begins? How does the equation, how does the dynamic look like right now? Veera, very straight question to you. Who has the numbers? BJP clearly in Karnataka doesn't have the numbers, but does DK Shivakumar have them?
Well, that's a foregone conclusion. Some would say that the BJP is fishing in troubled waters, but we'll get to that in terms of the numbers. Some would believe that Siddaramaiah categorically has the support of the MLAs. DK Shivakumar, of course, sending out some cryptic statements. Yesterday, Vasudha, it was a war of words literally on X as Siddaramaiah spoke about words mean nothing if they don't change the world, and promised schemes have been delivered. So multiple cryptic statements that have been played out. I have no answers, but I think we are joined by someone who may have answers, or at least we'll try and probe to get some answers from Syed Nasir Hussain, General Secretary of the Congress Party, Rajya Sabha MP, someone who's very, very closely clued into Karnataka politics. Sir, very much thanks for joining us here on NDTV this evening. Let me come straight to you with the question. There's a lot of chaos. There have been a lot of cryptic statements that's been made. The power tussle is quite obvious to be denied. What is the party position on this? Will we have clarity over the weekend?
See, the party is in touch with both and the other MLAs in Karnataka. Our General Secretary in charge of Karnataka, Sri Randeep Singh Surjewalaji, is continuously in touch with all the MLAs, MLCs, party leaders, senior leadership, Chief Minister, PCC President, and everyone. An assessment has already been done earlier, and even now when this thing has come up in public domain, he has tried to assess the situation on his own. Obviously, he will be putting up his report through the GSO to the party high command, and it will be discussed and resolved in the light of the feedback given by the General Secretary in charge.
Right. But Mr. Hussain, the timing of this escalation is also a little tricky for your party. So is there going to be a meeting over the weekend? Will you have clarity before the winter session of the parliament and also the assembly in Karnataka?
I think there should be clarity before the winter session starts because we do not want to go into the assembly session in Karnataka having these issues in the background. But party high command is very clear that we need to put an end and resolve this matter in the best possible way and at the earliest. Now, since the session also starts here on the 1st and the entire leadership here will be in Delhi, so I think this is the best time to have a discussion over this issue and resolve this, because we also need to see that the government in Karnataka is halfway through. Like it's almost like 2.5 years since we have come into power. An assessment anyway has to be done as to what is happening. Are we delivering on our guarantees? Are we complying with the manifesto? Are we implementing the issues which we have taken up and promised to the people of Karnataka? An assessment has been done, and I, as an parliamentarian from Karnataka, I think that we have done a fair job till now, and but then that has to be assessed through the party structures in Karnataka, and also to the elected representatives.
Very interesting. You're saying that an assessment needs to be done about the government. We are in halfway mark. You're a veteran of Karnataka politics. You've seen many leaders. You've seen the twists and turns of this politics. Let me put this question straight to you, Mr. Nasir Hussain. Will there be a change of guard in Karnataka or not? Are you ruling that out?
See, I wouldn't be able to tell that to you right now, because I was not privy to what was discussed when a decision was taken after the 2023 elections, and only very few, I think, are privy to what actually happened at that time. Maybe 3-4 of them. What was said, what was not said, what was the language that was used, and what was the words that were exactly used. There's lots of rumors, there's lots of whispering, there's lots of campaign about that thing. But I think as the leadership will meet both this leader in the days to come, there will be more clarity and there will be a resolution to the entire issue.
Right. Mr. Hussain, will the Congress set the optics right? Because politics is so much about perception and optics, and Karnataka is amongst the few, but also the biggest state that is in your control. There seems to be a lot of war of words between these two camps here, and each camp is sending out its own message. There seems to be chaos and clutter. How are you going to resolve this?
See, as far as Congress party in Delhi right now is concerned, we do have a parliamentary strategy committee meeting on this Sunday in the evening before the parliament starts on Monday. And Monday morning we have an India Alliance plus other opposition parties floor leaders meeting for a strategy for the upcoming session. And then in the background of these developments have taken place. Nobody can ignore that. But at the same time, Congress knows that it needs to put the house in order. There will be issues when you have an when you have an absolute majority, when you have lots of MLAs. There will be lots of issues. People, you can only have 15% of them being the part of the cabinet, council of ministers. There are lots of senior ministers, those have been left out. There are lots of representation for different districts which needs to be given. There are lots of pressure groups and interest groups that interplay in any parliamentary democracy. These issues will always be there. We need to resolve that. And also the question that is there in everyone's mind will also be resolved very soon. And I wish that is done at the earliest.
Since you mentioned about the majority in the assembly, are you worried about the no confidence motion that the BJP plans to bring before the Congress in the state assembly during the winter session? Are you worried about the stability of the Congress government, that this entire chaos could result in perhaps a split of the party? Is that worry there?
If you have been a very seasoned journalist, you know what is happening in BJP. BJP, in order to put its house in order, is trying to do this. They tried to hunt for issues for the past 2.5 years. They were not successful in any one of them. We have been implementing the guarantees in a fantastic way. law and order is very good there, and the governance has been fantastic under the Congress government there. So I don't think they have any issues. They try to rake up small issues to divide people here and there. It could be Mandya, it could be Mysore, it could be several other places, but they were not successful. And everyone knows what is happening in Karnataka BJP. So that's the reason to consolidate their own MLAs, to put their house in order. They're trying to resort to this tactics. There'll be no takers for that. I'm sure that maybe there'll be few MLAs from their own party who will be voting for us in the no confidence motion.
Okay. Syed Nasir Hussain, you are saying while you're dismissing the BJP's problems, you're admitting that there is an issue within the Congress which needs to be resolved, and you are expressing confidence that it will be resolved. Let's see how this plays out. Thanks very much for joining us here this evening, Syed Nasir Hussain. Vasudha, so everyone seems to be admitting that there's something wrong in the party, which they have to admit as far as the Congress is concerned. We still don't know what the solution is.
That's right, and we move on to some breaking news now, which is also connected to one leader of the Congress party in Karnataka admitting that the Congress needs to put its house in order. This is ex-Karnataka Chief Minister Veerappa Moily, who's now blaming the central leadership for this chaos. He has said that it's the central leadership who are responsible for whatever is happening in the state of Karnataka.
If you want to turn into a political turmoil, yes, it can happen. But the leaders here of the Congress party who are in the responsible position, and also our High Command representative, whoever it may be, I think they should have foreseen some of these developments. It's not a sudden development. This is a development which is ongoing development last 6 years. So I mean last 2.5 years. So I think rather it is a negligence of the Congress leaders for allowing this impasse to develop.
Well, Veerappa Moily making that comment, Vasudha, several Congress leaders, depending on their alignment, have been making the comments. But yes, most of them agree that the High Command needs to come out and categorically declare what next as far as Karnataka is concerned. Either deny that there is any power transition agreement or say that there will be a power transmission agreement, and at some point of time DK Shivakumar will get the clarity. The lack of clarity from the High Command is what many people believe has led to a situation of this nature, allowing the power interests of all sides to grow without giving a categorical clarity as far as Siddaramaiah is concerned. This optics is what people expect the Congress High Command to change, but others argue, Vasudha, the only way to keep the clock ticking, as they would say in politics, is to let the confusion play out. That old Narasimha Rao statement of not taking decision being a decision in itself. Let's see how this plays out.
Well, that's very important, and while Congress legislators are also in a sense of uncertainty, like Veera pointed out, let's look at what the BJP is planning to do. The BJP, of course, did not win that kind of numbers, but let's speak to Arvind Bellad, who is a legislator. He's also a BJP leader from the state of Karnataka. Mr. Bellad, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. The BJP in Karnataka is planning to move a no-confidence motion against the Congress party, sir. Is this purely fishing in troubled waters? The Congress and the Chief Minister have categorical numbers in the Assembly. The Congress swept with a landslide victory there with almost 135 seats. Is this purely opportunistic movement from your side, or is it just for optics that you're doing this?
We are now trying to fish and think. So it is very clear that the Chief Minister has lost the confidence of the floor of the House. Or more than the floor of the House, his own people, his own ministers. They are camping in Delhi against him. So naturally, he doesn't have the confidence. So when he doesn't have the confidence, he should not be continuing in that chair. So we would like to naturally question and ask, and it is the onus is on the Congress to prove that the floor and the people of the Congress people themselves, they have confidence on the Chief Minister.
Well, Arvind, as you make that point, no one's withdrawn support. There has been no major camp or public statements against the Chief Minister of withdrawing support. Are you all just trying to foment trouble in the Congress? Your party, as you know very well, in Karnataka has many internal differences as well. Are you all just trying to precipitate an issue in the Congress?
The whole world knows what is the problem in the Congress. The whole world knows that they are fighting amongst themselves as who will become the chief minister. We are only asking who is that one single person who has the confidence of the party. So either you postpone the assembly, or you come out clean saying he is our leader. Because there is one side there is a DK Shivakumar, and another side Mr. Siddaramaiah and Parmeshwar is claiming to be chief minister, and Muniappa is conducting meeting. Mr. Satish Jarkioli say he is on and off, and Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge himself is his moves are unknown. So there are so many people who are claiming for the throne. So we would like to know, the state would like to know, people would like to know who is that one single leader who has the confidence. That's why we are trying to bring in no confidence motion in favor of this.
But Mr. Bellard, some may dismiss all of this as just voices seeking support for their own leader, because there's been no real crisis of MLAs threatening to pull the plug here. There haven't been that many letters seeking withdrawal of support as well. So what really makes you think that you have the numbers? Because it looks like Siddaramaiah right now has the numbers in the House.
So it is not always a question of sending the letters. But the whole world knows, as you also know, like people are camping in Delhi. Why is Chief Minister going to Delhi again and again? If he is so confident, he should have been there in Bangalore doing the governance. Except governance, he is doing everything. So it means his chair is shaky. That is the reason Chief Minister is going. Mr. DK going to Delhi is okay, understandable. But why is Chief Minister going again and again? So it means that people are not supporting
No, Arvind,
him.
that's what you say. Karnataka politics is inherent with, internal contradictions, whether it is the BJP or the Congress. Some would argue, and some would also argue that Siddaramaiah remains the most influential leader in Karnataka, and that's why the BJP is trying to foment trouble for him.
Yeah, like see what I see in the news everywhere, that he is the Ahinda leader, Mr. Siddaramaiah. I think you people need to do an actual study. In Ahinda, or the OBCs in Karnataka, they constitute of Kurubas, which is from where he belongs to, and then there are major chunk is Idigas, then Marathas, then Devang, which is a like weaving community, then Vishwakarma. Then there are a huge number of Kshatriya sub-communities, Bhavsar Kshatriya, Somansha Kshatriya and all. If you look each of these communities, except the Kuruba, his own community, he hardly has any support base in any of these OBCs. So he is falsely claiming that he is as if he is the representative of all
Arvind,
the OBCs. Actually, he is not.
Arvind, the Congress would turn back and argue, boss, we have got 137 MLAs right now with the support of independents, almost 140 MLAs. We won fair and square. We won 136 MLAs in the election. So Siddaramaiah is the most popular leader. Anyway, I leave that conversation for the moment. Obviously, Vasudha, it's going to be an intense face-off in the Karnataka Assembly when it begins on the December 8th in Belagavi, the winter session. But before that, you are bracing for the winter session of Parliament. Obviously, there will be a lot of other national issues that the parties will face off on. But will Karnataka have a solution, or will there be clarity for the Congress before the 1st of December when Parliament session begins is really the question right now, Vasudha.
That's right, Veera. In fact, what I'm told by my sources is that the Bihar Samiksha Baithak got over yesterday. So Congress party is done with all the thinking and review on Bihar situation. So the High Command is focused on Karnataka right now. But like you rightly pointed out, this resolution is important because Karnataka is not just a fight of two main characters. It's also the future of the Congress party, the model that's based on guarantees.
That's right.
Something that we saw happen in Telangana as well and several other states. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Meanwhile, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar made a series of statements today praising Sonia Gandhi for sacrificing her power as well as batting for voters for Siddaramaiah government. Let's listen in to what he said.
ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನ ನೇತೃತ್ವದ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇರಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರಲಿ. ಈ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೀಪವನ್ನು ಹಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಆ ದೀಪ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದನೇ ಬೆಳಗಲಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಶೇಷ ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಅನೇಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ರೂಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಸುಮಾರು 20 ವರ್ಷ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅಧಿಕಾರ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ರವರು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರ ಸೊಸೆಗೆ ಕರೆದ್ರು. ನನಗೆ ಬೇಡ, ಈ ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ತಜ್ಞ, ಈ ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳು, ಆ ತಾಯಿ ಮನಮೋಹನ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇವತ್ತು ಆಶಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅವ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಬಂತು.
Multiple political connotations being made out of the sacrifice remark, the word remark, and every remark that DK Shivakumar has been making, Vasudha, over the last week or so. Let's see what happens.
Like, I believe these are two players who have the main character energy all time in a day. So clearly this drama is only going to get interesting, Veera. But from a Vakaliga youth leader to an organizational powerhouse, DK Shivakumar's rise in Karnataka and in Congress politics has been defined by sheer grit, unwavering ground connect, and also an instinct for getting things done when others are reluctant. He's a troubleshooter, a loyalist, and also a leader whose influence inside the Congress party only continues to grow. We tell you more in this report.
Doddalahalli Kempegowda Shivakumar, aka DKS. He is not just a politician. He is a strategist, a troubleshooter, and the Congress's most dependable crisis manager in the South. From a Vakaliga youth leader in the 1980s to the Congress's organizational powerhouse in the 2020s. DK's rise has been marked by grit, ground connect, and a reputation for getting things done when others hesitate. Born in 1962 in Kanakapura, DKS entered politics through the NSUI, quickly climbing the Youth Congress ladder. He won his first assembly election in 1989, beginning a streak that cemented him as the strongman of the Kanakapura belt. Even in his 20s, Congress leaders noted his unusual organizational instinct, the ability to gather cadres, plan logistics, and execute operations with precision. His reputation grew not just because he won elections, but because he won wars behind the scenes. During the 2002 Rajya Sabha crisis, Congress MLAs were housed at his resort, ensuring that the numbers didn't slip. In the 2017 Gujarat Rajya Sabha election, when Congress stalwart Ahmed Patel was at the brink of defeat, the Congress turned to one man. DK Shivakumar shielded the MLAs, delivering Ahmed Patel's victory in a closely fought battle. Traditionally dominated by the JDS, the Vakaliga landscape shifted as DKS consolidated influence in Ramnagara, Kanakapura and Bengaluru rural. He built a loyal cadre network and established himself as the community's most determined political claimant since SM Krishna. His growing clout made him indispensable in Karnataka politics. DKS has faced multiple investigations and even served jail time during money laundering probes, yet his political capital has only grown. His resilience deepened his image as a fighter who doesn't bend. Appointed as KPCC president in 2020, DKS executed one of the most aggressive political rebuilds in the state. Under his leadership, the Congress revived its booth-level machinery, reclaimed lost ground in rural districts, and created a unified election structure with Siddaramaiah despite the rivalry. This groundwork was central to the Congress's thumping 2023 Assembly victory. Now DKS continues to position himself as the future Chief Minister. His ambition is open, unapologetic and persistent. Bureau Report, NDTV.
I don't know what Congress politics holds for DK Shivakumar, Vasudha, but have you ever tried a Congress bun?
Well, I have not tried a Congress bun, but I have tried a bun masala in Salem, which had a lot of aplam or papad inside the bun. So I'm very curious to know what the Congress bun is all about.
The Congress bun is a fascinating combination of peanuts with full masala stuffed inside a bun. It has a political history as well, and earlier in the day at the press club, I sat with some journalists to figure out what's going to happen for the Congress party and Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar over Congress bun and filter coffee. We'll play that to you after a very short break.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand. Motorola Edge 60 Pro. Grab Motorola Edge 60 Pro today.
सैल्यूट है जी। आप देश की रक्षा में जान लगा देते हैं
और आप
घर घर में तार लगाते हैं जी। ई बीम टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी, न जले न पिघले, सबकी रक्षा करे।
हम सरहद पर लोगों की रक्षा करते हैं और आप देश के अंदर। सैल्यूट तो बनता है जी।
अपार अणुशक्ति फायर प्रोटेक्ट वायर, अपार देश का तार।
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders and the best of Indian professional golf for a day of strategy, skill and pure sporting spirit. From booming drives to clutch putts, catch the action at these times.
The front lines of Kargil, the fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones, to fighter jet cockpits, and the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Center.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Namaste, India. As you all know, I've been traveling around the world with my music. But this one is truly special. Something that's India. You all must have seen the magic that was created in Kun Faya Kun. Now it's your chance to experience it with me. So book your tickets from District app and together let's create harmony of hearts. See you, Delhi.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect.
Hello and welcome to the Chai Stop, or should I call this the coffee stop, with what we call here in Bengaluru as the Congress bun. Yes, this is what the Congress bun is about. It's a bun filled with peanuts which are spicy in the middle. I don't know why it's called the Congress bun, but with me is Deepak Bupana, who's been tracking the Karnataka Congress story very closely. KS Dakshinamurthy, very senior journalist who's followed the Congress for many years. Ritu Rajpurohit, who has been vigorously typing. She's fed up that I'm making her sit and have coffee and bun here because she wants to get back to her breaking news. She's been breaking stories every minute. And then Yasir Mushtaq, senior journalist as well, who spends a lot of time here at the press club. But tell me first, Dakshinamurthy, you're a veteran journalist. Why is this called the Congress bun?
It's called a Congress bun because when you open the bun, you have the peanuts inside. Those peanuts are called Congress peanuts. So when you go to any store here and you ask for Congress, they'll give you that peanut. It's nicely spiced and it's a hugely popular snack.
Why is it nicely spiced peanuts has to be Congress peanuts?
Well, because things are spicy in the Congress at this point in time, and I think it's apt that we have Congress bun before us, and hopefully Rahul Gandhi can tame off the spice a little bit in the next couple of days.
The spice a little bit. But tell me, Yasir, do you have a Congress bun story? Because I think this conversation around politics is quite boring unless you make it spicy and interesting. And I think Congress bun is a good way to do this.
Yes, and you have shown it here only. It is divided. It is a Congress bun, but it is divided into two halves. You have seen it here. So one camp is Mr. Siddaramaiah camp, and one is DK Shivakumar camp.
Really two halves? Let me offer you guys the Congress bun. Please have the Congress bun.
Which side is more? We have to see.
It is Ritu, Rajpurohit, here Deepak, have your Congress bun. Let's all take a bite of the Congress bun and start the conversation around what's happening in the Congress. Last evening you gave a fantastic headline in the last evening show. You said, is Rahul Kalam for the Congress with a question mark. Do you believe it is Rahul Kalam for the Congress party, or do you believe it's still Siddaramaiah Kalam as far as Karnataka is concerned?
No, it is very much Rahul Kalam because all the power lies in with Rahul. And, he's probably the high command along with his mother and Priyanka. And I think, this is going to be very crucial for them. So it is definitely Rahul Kalam.
But as you say that, let me just put this across. I spoke to a very senior Congress leader earlier in the morning. He said the 5-6 people that DK Shivakumar is referring to, please have your Congress bun. You should eat the Congress bun to have the stamina and energy to break Congress stories. They say Rahul Gandhi was not the one who was involved in that decision that took place in 2023. Rahul and Sonia Gandhi just gave their assent to a collective decision. The people who were part of that decision were Mallikarjun Kharge, Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar and the AICC in charge at that time. So it's not Rahul Gandhi, it's more of the onus is on Kharge to find a solution to this. Would you agree?
Veera, this is something that happened 2.5 years ago, and they've all been maintaining that this is a secret conversation that happened between them. The only important thing here is if another dialogue happens about leadership, which is of course something that Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge himself said is going to happen, and he confirmed that. This time around, will it remain a secret? That is the biggest question that remains before us, because if there is a possibility that they buy more time and say, well, let Siddaramaiah continue, say, till the next budget, will DK Shivakumar be okay for this to become another secret conversation, or will he want this as an announcement this time? Because the entire dilemma surrounds the fact that was there actually an agreement? While DK Shivkumar's camp openly say there was an agreement, there was a pact, today there are question marks being raised because till now, be it Randeep Singh Surjewala, who's made multiple visits to Karnataka, he's never acknowledged this. Rahul Gandhi hasn't acknowledged it.
Okay, let me fight for the mic back from you. The point is, Ritu Rajpurohit, tell me what the biggest story of the day is. You've just broken a short while ago the story about DK Shivakumar sending out a message that he is not restricted to one caste, which is the OBC Vokaliga caste. That's often been spoken about as his bastion. Now, what's the sense you're picking up? Do you believe that it's most likely that tomorrow they are going to be in Delhi? It seems like that at the moment. Do you believe that he is going to push all the way, or is he just trying to retain his relevance and his position as the only deputy chief minister and the state Congress president and try and retain that status quo and not allow Siddaramaiah for a major cabinet reshuffle?
Veera, to answer your second question first, so it's very clear now. You see, we had just while back that DK Shivakumar comes and says that he will be going to Delhi. I mean, he may be have to go to Delhi because he has certain works that needs to get it, the clearance basically from the senior leaders there. So it's very clear that he will have to go to Delhi. Now, how that the discussion takes place there and what happens, that remains to be seen. Now, to answer your first question is about that, DK Shivakumar this time is trying to show that he's also somewhere looking like to be what that the Siddaramaiah is seen as in the masked leader. Now, why I'm saying you this is that, the the moment I questioned him about the Vokaliga leader seems to be upset with him not being given a chance. You see, he's trying to send a wider message over here. He says that the community might be liking him because he belongs to that community, but he is the leader for he is also a loved one, or probably belongs to the whole of the Congress party. One. Point number two, he also says that he is also a leader for all the sections. So he's also somewhere trying to be on lines with what Siddaramaiah is, to show that as he's also a mass leader, he cannot be made to sit back there.
Okay, you're saying he cannot be made to sit back there. Yasir, first tell me, how are you enjoying your Congress bun? You see, you spoke about the spicy peanuts and the two halves. I'll also tell you there is butter inside it.
Exactly.
It's very nice and
the
tasty.
butter is always with the Congress. Let me show you 3 photographs.
The butter is always with the Congress.
With the Congress.
Why?
See, I have shown you
Show the camera the
these
photographs.
3 photographs I have clicked on May 2023. That time we were discussing same thing. 2 sides you have CM Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar, and the middle chair. That time you can see. Then Mallikarjun Kharge comes in between, and finally Kharge ji is with them. Both are raising heads up. That is going again to happen. I think so.
What do you mean by that?
Because what we see, what has happened last time in 2023, nobody knows, as Deepak also said, was there any promise given by Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi? There is nobody who can say that Rahul Gandhi has said that after 2.5 years, DK Shivakumar will be made Chief Minister. It is only the camp of DK Shivakumar who says that. And the second question is, what will they get if they make DK Shivakumar Chief Minister right now in Karnataka? What will Congress get? Because we know DK Shivakumar is a good administrator, but Siddaramaiah is a mass leader. Both DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah has brought Congress back to power. It is not one single leader.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but because we were waiting for one more guest to join us, which is Mr. Ramakrishna Upadhyay. He's finally decided to walk in. He's beaten Bengaluru traffic, and I see him walking in right now to join us here. Ramakrishna Upadhyay, thanks very much for joining us. Do you know why it's called Congress bun? We were discussing the Congress bun before you came here. Yasir was saying there is spicy peanuts. Deepak and Yasir were saying spicy peanuts. There's always spicy time within the Congress, and hence this is the Congress bun.
Exactly.
That's what it
is. That's what it is.
So okay, you
they
can
put
have
the Congress.
That particular peanut is called Congress. So you go to any snack store and say, I want Congress, they'll give you this peanut.
So if you ask for Congress in Karnataka, you'll get
a spicy peanut.
Spiced peanuts. But spiced peanuts. It is not a plain.
No, this is a fantastic lesson, because I remember many years ago, as soon as when I used to come to Bangalore, and this is before the 2013 election results, I remember standing outside and somebody saying, Congress, 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 do you want Congress? I said, no, Congress is already won. Then they said, no, Congress is not that. This is the Congress.
This is the Congress.
It's not there. No, but go ahead. We were talking, Ramakrishna Upadhyay, about both who was involved in that decision back in 2023. Yasir was sharing for us photos that he had of 2023.
2023, you mean in Delhi?
In Delhi, after the election results.
After the election results came.
So do you know how... it was a tacit agreement possibly that happened at that point.
Yes.
Is there any way that can be changed? Is there anything that's changed from, let's say, last evening to now in your assessment in terms of what's going to happen next?
You see, do you want me to talk about that particular, period when, I still very clearly remember that on the May 13th, the election results came in. The 14th, both Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar were in Delhi. From 14th to 18th, it took them 5 days. 5 days of hard negotiations, and they wouldn't come to any kind of understanding. They used to run from our president's office, and umpteen times. So we used to follow them. I was in Delhi at that time, and then Mrs. Sonia Gandhi had gone to Himachal Pradesh on a holiday. Finally, she called up, I think, on the 18th evening, and talked to. See, this is what we are told, of course, because it all happened inside. So we are told that she spoke to Shivakumar and personally and requested him, please join and then become DCM. Then we'll take care of you. First half it will be Mr. Siddaramaiah, since he's a senior leader here, and then so this is what he was conveyed. And then she spoke to Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge also. This is what I've told him. He has agreed. So we don't know whether she spoke to Siddaramaiah also. See, Siddaramaiah has to believe what Mallikarjun Kharge is saying, and then what DKS is saying.
Okay.
So
So you're saying...
But obviously it was 3-4 people and then...
5-6 people,
5-6
according to the man who knows it, which is DK Shivakumar. Now, but I'll ask you another question. Do you believe that there is undue attention? Is this been blown beyond the proportion? Or do you believe that there is genuinely a possibility and a problem for the Congress if they don't settle this issue right now? Dakshin.
See, there is a problem, obviously, because there is a power struggle between two top leaders. That's definitely there. But it has been blown up and exaggerated. And also you have the media, coming up and asking both the leaders, whether this is true or whether that is true, trying to turn speculation into reality. So trying to basically spice up this entire issue between them. Hypothetically speaking, if there was no media, probably they would have resolved it between themselves. That is one way of looking at it. The other one is they are also using the media. So even both Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah are using the media against each other because they are not able to directly talk to each other about this. So it's a kind of a combination. You have a combination.
Basically, the media may be fueling the fire, but they are also helping enough to fuel the fire.
Exactly.
That's what you're trying to say. What do you say, Ab?
They are adding, there is no doubt about it. There is a problem within the Congress. Both the leaders, we have seen on the social media how they are fighting for the word power and world power. So that means there is a difference. But media is also adding fuel to it, because we have seen how even the cabinet formation has also been shown in some media channels. Who will be the home minister, who will be the speaker, even they have made. So it is being blown out of proportion, there is no doubt. But yes, of course, Congress leaders, they come and they speak, then media adds the fuel, there is no doubt.
That's right. But Deepak and Ritu have been getting you the first reactions, the first politicians all along over the last 5-6 days. Are you tired already?
Well, Veera, in Karnataka, if you're tired, you can't cover politics. because here, nothing is certain, and whenever there is a chief minister...
you can hold the mic for a bit.
Whenever there is a government that is formed, it's always with some amount of drama, and you've seen it for more number of years than I have. Be it from the time of Yadurappa and H.D. Kumaraswamy, that was not even... there were some two different parties, and that time, they didn't even honor the agreement of 2.5 years. It was a coalition government, and here, within a single party, if you're going to expect that, it's of course a big deal.
I know it's a big deal. Ritu Rajpurohit, I see you're the healthy one here. You're having your lemon tea. You're only taking small bites of that Congress. Is this because you want to keep yourself fit for many, many more days? Do you expect this drama to continue for a long time?
I mean, Veera, you will also agree to it that in Karnataka, there's no day where you will sit flashing without, you don't flash for 5 minutes, then you'll be like, okay, there's nothing happening in Karnataka. There's no such picture at all in your day. So you're used to it to cover these kind of dramas. So there's nothing there for you to sit back and be like, okay, let me relax. Because you'll never ever, have that day here in Karnataka.
That's right.
If I will say about the name of Karnataka in Hindi, you will say just Karnataka. So drama always is there in the name always. So we have seen.
I don't think there's any pun left to have.
There is always a Nataka. That's what I'm saying. There is always. So they have to be ready always.
The sense that one gets, and I'm going down to serious politics, and this is after talking to a lot of leaders off the record. Right? It's very clear where each camp stands. There is a sense that there is a winter session of the Karnataka Assembly which begins on December 8th. Yes. This will be in Belgavi. Initially, I was told 2 days ago that they wanted to settle this issue before Parliament session begins, because once Parliament session begins, it will become very chaotic in Delhi. And there has to be an involvement of Delhi to settle this issue. Do you believe that now, and I believe there is a lot of clarity that DK Shivakumar has indicated that he will go to Delhi if he's called, and they will all have to go, and there is enough clarity that's coming out that Delhi will call them either tomorrow or day after. Do you believe when they go there, both sides are going to remain completely adamant, or there has to be a compromise? Because the argument from several Congress leaders is that Siddaramaiah seems to categorically have the larger number of MLAs in his support, and he's not going to budge very easily. Is that the sense you get?
See, it's no longer the question of numbers. Numbers, there is no question that Siddaramaiah controls the numbers, possibly about 90-95.
Then what else is it a question of?
No, it's a question of promise that has been made to Shivakumar. That is what he has been insisting on. I have been given a promise that after 2.5 years, Siddaramaiah will step down. And
By who is the question?
Sonia Gandhi. That's what he's saying.
That he claims, but not.
No. See, even I think in some context, Mallikarjun Kharge has indicated. He has not openly said.
No, but no one has categorically put the
I think Mallikarjun Kharge has made it clear in some conversations at least that after 2.5 years that it will be given to Shivakumar.
No, but
so that has been.
You know what now? While we are all speculating whether this conversation even happened, but while they have not acknowledged it, they have also not denied it. So
that's a giveaway. That's a giveaway.
Yeah, so this is an understanding that probably a conversation happened, because if you put that conversation out there, it's going to give the opposition more ammunition to attack them. That's probably why they didn't discuss it. But not making it public now has given many others the opportunity to say it never happened at all, or for some to say it has happened. Now make it reality. But somebody was mentioning, what does the Congress really get if you make DK Shivakumar the chief minister? Right now, all of us who've been covering politics, many of you all seniors yourselves, would agree that some of the mass leaders that Karnataka has seen in the recent past, Yediyurappa, he's retired from active politics almost. Then you have Mr. Siddaramaiah, who's in the last stages of his active political career, because he himself has said he's not going to contest again. You never know, he could. But then you need a transition in Karnataka. You need a mass leader. If you do not give younger ones the opportunity to really, come out, because Kumaraswamy was looked at as that opportunity. But what do you do if you don't give an emerging leader an opportunity?
No, but I'll ask you this counter question, and I'll put this in front of the panel. 2023 was a different reality. 2024 election result was a different reality for the BJP. With HD Kumaraswamy's resurgence after 2024 as a potential force there, do you believe that there is another dynamic to this power play, that the JDS and HDK may not want another strong Vocaliga leader to emerge in the Congress? Do you believe that dynamic is being missed out here?
I mean, frankly, HDK and the JDS are not very relevant today. It's just sheer chance, and by circumstances, you find HDK in Delhi as a minister. The JDS itself has its own set of issues. So this is completely irrelevant to what is happening.
I disagree with him. See, now BJP and JDS coming together. Obviously, they are going to contest the election together. Next election, it will be together. So they are going to be together. And I wouldn't be surprised if, Kumaraswamy becomes the leader of that alliance. Not anybody from BJP.
No, he is a tall leader. You may discount the JDS's role as a party and how they have diminished, in terms of vote share and all that. But you cannot really take away from the fact that Kumaraswamy is a leader who's still very popular, especially South Karnataka and even in Northern Karnataka.
Let me explain this. Let me explain this to someone who doesn't follow Karnataka politics very closely. Why is what you're saying very important? The BJP is seen categorically as the party of the Lingayat sect, which is the largest voting bloc in a sense in Karnataka. The second largest voting bloc, we still don't have the caste survey data, but the second largest voting bloc.
Hang on,
let me explain this and then you make your point. The second largest voting bloc, in a sense, at least in terms of old data, is the Vocaliga, OBC Vocaliga caste. When the Lingayats and the Vocaligas come together, everybody else get alienated, was the old arithmetic, which is why the Ahinda conglomerate was formed by Devrajars back in the 70s, right? Which became extremely powerful for the as far as Karnataka politics is concerned. Now go ahead and
yes, you are saying about the caste politics. If you see for last 2.5 years, what was the Rahul Gandhi's take? He always wanted the caste survey, though they say the socio-economic survey. That was his priority, and his favorite project is from Karnataka. That. So if they have to implement that survey, which they have, who will do that? I don't think any Vocaliga and Lingayat leader will do that. He will be from the OBC or a Dalit. So Siddaramaiah is the best person to implement that thing. So will Congress take that chance and say, okay, DK Shivakumar will be the...
referring to? Because the survey that was last made, the Congress said it's old and it's outdated.
Now they have done the new one.
There's a problem. I disagree with you there slightly, though I believe that this caste calculation, you're right, it works in favor of Siddaramaiah to have a caste survey to consolidate his conglomeration of castes under the Ahinda umbrella, but it may not work for the both Vocaliga and Lingayat leaders who might oppose it in some sense.
So both leaders will not take it. If you are making a Lingayat CM or a Vocaliga CM, they will not implement that.
This is our shotgun Murugan. He's doubling up. The man who drives us around, he's doubling up as the coffee person. Thank you very much for giving us coffee in this nice little traditional tumbler. Do you believe that Mallikarjun Kharge is the man waiting right now?
You're right, but
See, I've been batting for Mallikarjun Kharge, and after him I'll speak.
No, you are actually putting the cart before the horse, because right now when the issues between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, it is really not the caste that is the issue. The caste comes as a kind of a tail behind them and the kind of support that they have. But they, you can't think of the caste and then decide.
But in 1980s they have made the mistake.
You cannot ignore that.
In 1980s, they have done the same mistake. Rajiv Gandhi did the same mistake in 1980s when they
that was different. No.
But it's the caste equation comes. Caste equation comes.
No.
From that day, Lingayats are not with them. So caste equation matters.
There it was an abrupt, rude, and a very horrible way
here
of.
Also it will be rude only. Here also it will be rude.
But here they're trying to talk to each other. Here they're trying to talk to each other. He has not been sacked, neither has DK Shivakumar been sacked. They are saying, let's have a discussion and resolve this. So there is a huge difference.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Ramakrishna Upadhyay.
You see, that's why Karnataka elections are very complicated and it's not easy for any political party. So the Congress has been, balancing this for a while, and then Siddaramaiah has brought in a new element of the, Ahindas, which was not, it's not alien to Congress, but then the Congress has found in Siddaramaiah somebody who can bring in even smaller castes.
I want to ask you one quick question to both of you veterans before I go to Ritu, Yasir and Deepak. Why is it that the two longest serving chief ministers of Karnataka, Devraj Ars and Siddaramaiah, Devraj Ars, whose record Siddaramaiah wants to break in February and present the budget, why is it that these two leaders are from the Ahinda conglomerate? And does that mean that it is an Ahinda leader who can actually offer a stable full term in Karnataka given the history you've seen after SM Krishna?
Devraj Aras is not Ahinda. He is from a very minor community of Aras. It's a very small community. I mean, not even probably a few lakhs. Yeah. So he is not Ahinda. But he brought all the backward classes together.
He's seen as the face of the Ahinda conglomeration, right?
No. See, he was the one who gave them the political power. You see, at a time when all the minor communities, all the smaller communities were not getting any political representation, he set up this Havanur Commission. The Havanur Commission, which came up in 1970 through 73, they came up with the first the caste census, and very meticulously done. Each and every community, they give the exact number as to how many, approximately in terms of lakhs and others. So this became the basis for reservation. So reservation in educational institutions as well as jobs. So this is what Devraj has brought, and that's the reason why he became very popular.
Yeah, Upadhyay is right, but there is also one more thing. Devraj is today known for his land reforms. See, he took some major decisions.
So it was not
in
just
Karnataka.
Ahinda.
It is not just because he was a Ahinda leader. The same thing holds for Siddaramaiah. Siddaramaiah is known for his financial acumen. He performed and he's got a very good reputation as a finance minister when he was with the Janata Dal.
Okay. You know what the problem I figure with journalists, and when we are discussing politics, you forget the Congress bun. Journalists don't bother about eating. Both Deepak Bopanna, Ritu, Dakshin, they are so intensely political. Let's have a little Congress bun, and I'll ask you a light question as we try to close this conversation. Let me start with Yasir, and I'll come back to you for another serious thought as well. But Yasir, what's the next bit of breaking news you expect over the next 24 hours? Are these people going to have a pleasant weekend or a news-filled weekend?
News-filled weekend, but end result will be my collage, which I have made in 2023. It will be this.
This was back in 1969. Deepak Bopanna has Googled and found the answer. Good journalist, I say. While we are all talking politics, he has gone and Googled and found some snippet of information which will actually go viral. Because the Congress was split into two, and the peanut was a snack that was served majorly with.
And the peanut itself was split into two, just like the Congress during that time.
Wow, this peanut is split into two.
Yeah, the peanut is not whole.
Okay.
So
Wow.
Will the Congress become whole in the days to come?
I'm the only one who's done justice to the Congress bun. The rest of them have been talking politics. They've not eaten. Ramakrishna Upadhyay had a full meal, so I can forgive him. But Deepak Bopanna and Ritu Raj Purohit, who are going to go back to breaking stories, they have not had enough Congress bun. You need to have enough Congress bun and coffee as you discuss politics. It's the best way to spend a Friday evening. That's my final takeaway from all this. We'll keep you updated with all the latest that's going to happen. Expect the meetings to happen in Delhi from Bengaluru over the next couple of days. Expect the optics as well to play out of Delhi. But we'll keep a close watch of all the news that's breaking both in Bengaluru and in New Delhi. Thanks for watching, and I hope you get to enjoy the Congress bun someday.
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders and the best of Indian professional golf for a day of strategy, skill and pure sporting spirit. From booming drives to clutch putts, catch the action at these times.
They have inspired us. They have redefined what's possible. They have shown how ideas spark inspiration and create impact. NDTV Indian of the Year 2025. Ideas, inspiration, impact. Coming soon.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं, उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, the best app to use is the NDTV app.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shivakumar, NDTV.
सैल्यूट है जी, आप देश की रक्षा में जान लगा देते हैं
और आप
घर घर में तार लगाते हैं जी। ई बीम टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी, न जले न पिघले, सबकी रक्षा करे।
हम सरहद पर लोगों की रक्षा करते हैं और आप देश के अंदर। सैल्यूट तो बनता है जी।
अपार अणुशक्ति फायर प्रोटेक्ट वायर, अपार देश का तार।
Vibe with the original game changer, the one and only यो हनी सिंह बनने के पीछे की आपकी कहानी, ये नाम कैसे पड़ा?
मेरे दोस्त हैं गोवा से, तो वो हर चीज में यो that's yours, yo that's yours. जिना तेरे ना सी प्यार हुण किते हो भी नहीं सकदा, रातां नूं मैं सो भी नहीं सकदा।
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders and the best of Indian professional golf for a day of strategy, skill and pure sporting spirit. From booming drives to clutch putts, catch the action at these times.
Front lines of Kargil, the fury of Operation Sindhu,
So many attacks.
the chaos and cries of disaster zones, to fighter jet cockpits, and the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break, live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Other opposition parties. They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here. I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Namaste, India. As you all know, I've been traveling around the world with my music. But this one is truly special. Something that's India. You all must have seen the magic that was created in Kun Faya Kun. Now it's your chance to experience it with me. So book your tickets from District app and together let's create harmony of hearts. See you, Delhi.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders.
And it's the latest breaking news in the Karnataka Chief Minister's chair crisis. DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah are likely to attempt a united face tomorrow in Bengaluru. The High Command in Delhi, the Congress High Command in Delhi has cracked the whip and told both leaders that they and their feud is making